Are you wondering how to make characters that are going to make your readers go, ah, with your comic book and manga? Here we go. Draw and Talk! Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draw and Talk. It's your boy Tyler. In this episode of the series, Let's Make a Comic / Manga, we're going to be talking about how to make characters that your readers are going to go, ah. Characters are so important when you're making stories. Characters are what gonna, hook your readers into the story. They're gonna fall in love with these characters. They're gonna be hurt by these characters. They're gonna be invested in these characters. So how do you make characters that are lovable, likable, but also, addictable? Is that even a word? I don't even know, but let's just say addictable. In episode 1 of the series, we talked about the importance of making intentional decisions in terms of how to make your comic. In episode 2, we talked about the tools that you'll need in order to make your comic. And so in this episode, let's talk about how to make some good characters. Now, the best way for me to talk about how to make good characters is use the characters that I've created personally. And the one that we're going to be talking about today is my character, Eliana, the girl with the mega fist, which is the main character for my series, The Girl with the Mega Fist, which I'm drawing and creating right now throughout this entire video series with you. So tip number 1 when you're making a character is give them an actual personality. Like, make them feel believable. Give them a personality that's going to radiate throughout their entire story and stay consistent with that personality. Nothing is worse than when you're reading a comic book or a manga and a character behaves one way in a situation, and in the exact same situation a couple chapters or issues later, they make a different decision. You're like, why do they do that? They're going kind of off script. Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons and you have like your character sheet? I would make one of these for your characters. It helps you keep them consistent and it helps you keep them memorable and relatable throughout the entire experience of your writing and the reader's experience. What a terrible sentence. Tip number two when making a good character is give them some good motivation. Motivation is what drives a character and the story forward. What does this mean? Let's say your character is on a super secret mission. They've got to save, they got to save the princess, and they're going and they're talking to a villager, and the villager's trying to waste their time. Your character might be, your character whose motivation is to get the princess. The character might be, very ornery throughout this discussion because, you're wasting my time, villager. I don't need to do this. By having certain motivations that the characters can latch onto, you're able to drive certain situations, certain conflicts, and certain events in your comic that really make sense and really, build that characters. A character without any motivation, a character with no drive or anything is just really a pointless character. It's an NPC. You don't want to write an NPC as your main character. You want a main character who's got goals, aspirations. What is driving my character forward? Why is my character making decisions that they're making right now? If you don't know why your character is making the decisions that they're making right now, it's not very good storytelling. And remember, in episode 1, I said that it's very important to make intentional decisions in your stories. So whenever you're making characters and you're making certain situations and conflicts in your stories, be very intentional with them. What is my character going to do? What is my character going to learn from this? How is this event going to grow my character and support their motivations and goals? Finally, your main character needs supporting characters, and this is massive. Supporting characters can do the following. They can support the main character, they can lead the main character, they can train the main character, but they can also create conflict with the main character. They can give the other side of the argument of the main character. If your character believes one thing, make a side character who's there all the time, who contradicts that main character and puts them at odds with each other. By creating really strong supporting characters, it's only going to elevate your main character. So let's talk about the main character that I've created for my series, The Girl with the Mega Fists. The main character that I have, her name is Eliana. Eliana has been chosen by the gods to wield the Mega Fist, a super powerful energy glove that's metal, that's able to give her superpowers. She has a duty to protect and serve Earth for 10 years, and to do that she also has to pick her partner, and that partner is going to be in the forms of either twin brothers, Angel or Dante. So throughout the first couple arcs, Angel and Dante, who are going to be who are main characters, but they're kind of supporting main characters, but they're main characters, they're going to be hanging out with Eliana constantly, and Eliana is going to have to decide which one of these two brothers do I take with me to Earth. Do I take the one that I'm in love with, or do I take the one that's strong enough to battle the foes of Earth, the evils that are down there? So because of this, we've created Angel and Dante with complete different personalities, with completely different motivations and goals, and we're gonna have to figure out which one of those is gonna support Eliana, which one's gonna take away from Eliana. There you go. Hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll have created a character that is gonna have motivations, it's gonna have a personality, but also you'll be thinking about creating supporting characters that are gonna, elevate your character, that are also gonna oppose your character. And opposing your character also does not mean that it's a villain. You can have an opposing character that's still good, but is not a villain. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys got something out of that video. If at any time you were thinking, Tyler, I wish you had gone more in depth in this topic, I do more in-depth content on my Patreon for $2 a month. You can get my patreon.com/drawandtalk, link in the description, where I do exclusive videos, exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, and I have an exclusive creator video show called The Broken Creator, where I do more in-depth how-to comic book stuff, and I show behind the scenes work of my own comic book making process. So go check that out. I hope to see you guys in episode 4 of this series, where we talk about how to outline and script your comic book / manga. So I hope that you guys stick around for that. Maybe remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and